Democrats in South Carolina aren't only looking to take back the White House this year, they're looking to flip the Senate as well. Earlier, I spoke with Jaime Harrison. He's running as a Democrat for Senate here and hopes to challenge Senator Lindsey Graham in November. Jaime Harrison, thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So the last time the state elected a Democratic senator was over 20 years ago in 1998. What's your plan to make that happen?
Well, listen, this is a unique race. We are starting to see the emergence of what I call the New South. And this New South is bold, it's inclusive, it's diverse. We are seeing demographics changes here in South Carolina that we are seeing other places like in Georgia and North Carolina. Reverse migration, where African Americans generations before moved to the Northeast and to the Midwest, are now coming back home. You're also seeing in this place where we are right now in Charleston, where you're getting a lot of college-educated white voters who are moving from the Northeast here. And it's starting to impact the politics that we have here in South Carolina. But most importantly, we are working on building a campaign built around hope. We are talking to the hopes, the aspirations, and fears of the people here in South Carolina. And we're doing it in such a way that it's not about Democrats or Republicans or progressives or versus conservatives. It is about what's right versus wrong. And so I'm so proud of the movement we're building. That's why I'm encouraging folks. We've gotten thousands of folks to volunteer, and I'm encouraging them to come and join this movement. Go to our JaimeHarrison.com and be a part of what we're trying to do here.
So, as you know, President Trump was in South Carolina just last night fundraising for one of his staunchest allies, Senator Lindsey Graham. Does it concern you to see this push by Republicans in this state, which is a ruby red state?
Yeah, well, it should be concerning to them, because if it's a ruby red state, why are you campaigning here in South Carolina? If it's a slam dunk. What we are building here, we are getting crowds in Republican counties. I was just in Lancaster County the other day, and we had this is a county that went for Donald Trump 61-35. We had 250 people jammed into the senior center, and they were all there clapping and chanting when I walked in, "Send Lindsey home." This is about building a campaign around hope. Right now, Lindsey Graham has been an absentee senator. The only time that he comes home is when Donald Trump comes with him. And so he hasn't done a town hall in this state in almost 3 years. But our hospitals are closing. A third of the state has no broadband. So think about it. If you have a young kid, how can our kids compete with the rest of the world when they can't even connect with the rest of the world? 14 of our 46 counties 2 years ago, no OBGYNs. But we don't hear anything from Lindsey Graham about any of these issues. He's too busy playing Washington political games.
So Senator Graham did weigh in on the state of the race on Fox this morning, and I want to play some of that exchange. Let's listen to that.
Who's going to take South Carolina? Is it going to be Trump, or will it be one of these many Democratic people? One of the Democrats there, or is it going to be Trump?
The president by he'll win by double digits in South Carolina. And Joe Biden will win the primary. Joe's a good guy. I've known Joe Biden for a long time, traveled all over the world with him. He's a very decent guy, and African-American support is strong for Joe Biden. He'll win South Carolina. I just don't think Joe has the juice to catch up to Bernie. I think Bernie's to lose.
Are you concerned that if Senator Sanders does secure the Democratic nomination, that could hurt not only your campaign, but other down-ballot races?
You know, there was a saying my grandma always had, and she said, "Jaime, you control what you control, you leave the rest to the Lord." And right now, I'm going to be on the top of the ticket because, you know, as you all know, history says that the presidential campaigns probably won't play here in South Carolina in the general election. So that means the people who are knocking on the doors will be my canvassers. The mail that will be sent out will be mine. The issues that we're going to talk about are the issues that are impacting the people of South Carolina, the issues that Lindsey Graham has forgotten for the past 6 years. And so I'm not concerned about that because I believe that it's our race that will be driving the vote here in South Carolina.
So you raised a record $3.6 million last quarter, outraising all other Democratic Senate challengers, aside from two.
Not bad for a round-headed boy from Orangeburg, South Carolina.
All right. So I want to ask you, though, where do the bulk of your donations contributions come from?
Listen, we've built a grassroots operation. We've gotten contributions from every county here in South Carolina. Thousands of people contributing, thousands of volunteers. And so this race is hyper-focused. And we got a lot of friends and family and folks who are interested in this race from around the country, and we appreciate that support. But in the end of the day, this race will be won here on the ground in South Carolina, talking about the issues that people care about.
You worked as an aide to Congressman Jim Clyburn. Do you agree with his decision to endorse Joe Biden?
No, listen, the congressman is an icon here in South Carolina, and I don't question any endorsement that he does. I don't question anything that he does. But right now for us, it is a focus not on the presidential campaign, but on our race. And so I applaud all of them. I'm happy that they were here. What I want to hear more from them on is how do they personalize this race so that everyday people, the people that I know that are walking down these streets right now who are scared about their hospitals, who are scared about the fact that they don't have insurance, prescription drugs, scared about the environment. I want to make sure that they focus on that because that's what we're doing in our campaign.
Jaime Harrison, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.